We're at the Carnegie Science Center here in Pittsburgh, and this is their miniature train exhibit. It's been up for a lot of years. It's pretty cool. We haven't been here for 20-some years when my son was little. So, inside the Science Center, and we're going to see a movie today. Won't be able to video that at the Rango's Theater here, on how they built the Canadian Transcontinental Railroad. Pickles, nice. Heinz 57 varieties. Of course, Pittsburgh's the home of Heinz. We're right next to Heinz Field. This is awesome. Nice circus. Someday we're going to get out to the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum out in Stroudsburg and see that model exhibit. Polar Express, Heinz 57, Carnegie, KCS, I think, Pennsylvania. It's kind of hard to tell. We got to wear a mask in here. My glasses are keep fogging up, so sorry about that. A little boat out there in the river. Nice. That's Falling Water. Model of hauling water. Nice. Frank Lloyd Wright. 1935. He built that. We actually visited that many years ago also. About an hour from the house. Dimming the lights in here. It's nice. Get a light up. Oh. Westinghouse Research Laboratory. I should have been up there at the circus. When they dimmed the lights, I didn't even think of that. A little trolley coming up. Whatever he's going to Mr. Rogers' place. Well, Pittsburgh is the home of Mr. Rogers. Won't you please be my neighbor? We actually toured the WQED studio many years back when my son was little, and saw the setup for Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. And that was pretty neat. And I rather imagine this is, well, I'm not going to say. I was thinking maybe it was Forbes Field, but I'm not sure.
It is Forbes Field.
Forbes Field, all right. They must have been way back before they built the back over here.
Yes, this represents opening day, actually.
Because they had more bleachers way over here later on. This is old. Does it say what year?
1909.
1909. Honus Wagner was on the field. When did they play the Detroit Tigers in the World Series? Here. The Ty Cobb. Was that 1907? I'll have to look that up. Because they built it on back here. If you remember, Babe Ruth, before he retired, played for Atlanta Braves and hit one over this big facade or whatever you call it over here. One of the very few times that's ever happened. Sweet. This is really nice. Okay. Pennsylvania. A couple of Pennsylvania cars in here. It looks like an NYC caboose, maybe. A traveling companion with me today. Reading car. There's a New York Central. Pennsylvania. Another New York Central. Now that's a nice one. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. I'm looking at the car instead of the camera here. Pretty neat, isn't it? Okay. Now this is neat. Pennsylvania Railroad was big here in Pittsburgh. I'm going to read this. In 1846, Pennsylvania Railroad Company became the largest, wealthiest, most powerful railroad in the world. In 1900, the company had greatly expanded while developing technological innovations that enhanced their Goliath reputation. Pensy, or the PRR, moved a tremendous amount of freight and people. The company, which declared itself to be the standard railroad of the world, built 28,000 miles of track in 13 states with 7,000 locomotives and 280,000 cars. They employed more than 250,000 people at one point and had a budget larger than the United States government. Typical engine house and shops complex, 75 to 100 locomotives daily. The engine house is also called roundhouses and are designed for the upkeep of the locomotive and cars. There you have it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, this is awesome. In 1830s, the first hot blast furnace was built near Pittsburgh because coal and limestone were plentiful. In the 1840s, coke from the Connellsville was added to the process after steelmakers learned it could increase the amount of iron drawn out of the ore. Connellsville is not very far from us either. CSX is there now. This is the Sharon Steel Works, which is replicated here. It was built in 1896. And it was built by Buell, who was a first cousin to Henry Buell Jr. And they founded the Buell Planetarium here, an institute for popular science. Andrew Carnegie sold his steel buildings in 1901, and in 1902 Sharon Steel was sold to Carnegie Steel Company, which became a subsidiary of United States Steel. Well, Pittsburgh got a lot of great history here in steel making, and Carnegie was the first one to roll steel rails, and the first one to buy them was the Pennsylvania Railroad. And Carnegie actually worked for the Pennsylvania Railroad in Pittsburgh. He learned where he learned telegraphing. That's how he got started, and that gave him some pretty good ins with the big brass at the Pennsylvania Railroad. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and hope you have a really good day. And my friend over at Forever DC, hope you enjoyed this. You've got one of the best layouts I've seen, and I really appreciate watching your videos. And I'll put a link to his channel in the description so you can see his layout. Alrighty. Have a really good day.